MSSP Alert Live 2025. What a great event. What a great event. We were just outside of DC in Maryland at the MGM. Beautiful casino, restaurants. The time I've ever been to an MSSP Alert event conference. It was great. The staff, unbelievably accommodating, friendly, and just want to promote technology, the platform, the camaraderie, the networking. The vendors were great. They gave me a speaking session. I had a book signing. It was just a tremendous event. I had 10 great interviews. Raphael Matone, of course, really liked talking to Raphael. He was our first one inside the next era of MSP security and growth. Great conversation, great meeting Raphael. Next was Will, Alfredo Santiago. First time meeting Will. He's at one of my favorite companies, Black Point Cyber. And first time getting to know Will. Great insight on the military. The name of the episode is Cracking Codes and Catching Threats, a Cyber Warrior's Journey. Really interesting background. I look forward to getting to know him more and hanging out with him socially. Sharon Florentine from CyberRisk Alliance. Really great conversation. She has an editing background. We talk about editing, AI, and the changing language of business. Really great insight from Sharon, I think, for her time. And then there was two women that I interviewed from a Woman in Cyber. It's an organization, incredible organization that obviously by the name helps women get into cybersecurity. The first one was Brianna Steele, Opening Doors, the Future of Women in Cybersecurity. Great conversation with Brianna. The next one was Chichi Uba, Curiosity, Courage, and Cyber, a journey of constant learning. Great conversations with those two women from that great organization. Valerie Cofield, Val, great discussion with Val, inside critical infrastructure and the future of cyber warfare. What an impressive background, FBI and the government, being child of immigrants. Just a great conversation with Val. Really enjoyed it. Tony Petricola, first one I did on Wednesday. Great conversation with Tony. I feel like we're related. He started by our last names. He was stomping on grapes as a youngster with his Italian parents. And of course, he likes wine, but right into cyber and what he does there. Inside critical infrastructure and the future of cyber warfare. Great conversation with Tony. Caroline Wong. Oh, I really enjoyed talking to Caroline. Jiu-Jitsu, AI, and cyber. Surprisingly human conversation. Great insight. Just really open with Caroline. What a great event this was, and I look forward to doing more work with them in the future and having more great conversations. Thanks for watching and listening. Hi, I'm Joey Pinz, and here's my 45-second introduction. After starting my business in the 90s, I started developing poor habits of eating in my diet because I was working way too much. Before you know it, I found myself 340 pounds. The doctor told me if I don't lose the weight, I'm not going to see my daughter graduate. Took the next 7 months, lost 130 pounds. People think there's some secret. Ask me, how'd you lose that weight? Like there's some secret. There is no secret. How'd I lose the weight? Just one word, discipline. I've had other successes in life, and I attribute them all to discipline. Now, I'm not the king of discipline, but I believe that it can help all of us. Friends, colleagues convinced me to start a podcast. The podcast mission: how do we better ourselves and society? I talk to interesting people in health, fitness, sport, wellness, business, technology, science, art, and culture. And I eventually ask them how discipline plays a role in their life. Podcast vision: growth through learning from others. So you play guitar?
Oh, very poorly.
What's your favorite chord?
A minor.
A minor? Really? Why A minor?
A is a pain in the ass. I have really small hands.
Yes.
I started when I was 9. My dad is an amateur musician,
Whoa.
and he's played guitar since, I don't know, 1962 or something like that.
Wow.
And I said, I want to learn to do that. So he bought me a classical guitar, which if you know anything about guitars, it has an extra wide neck and very thick plastic strings. Yeah. And he said, if you can learn on this, you can play anything.
That's true.
Acoustic, electric, 12-string, 6-string, bass, anything. I'm 5 feet tall. I weigh 100 pounds, soaking wet. My hands are very small. It was brutal.
Yes.
And I took lessons until I was about 16.
Wow.
I am decidedly a rhythm guitarist.
Me too. Me too.
Can't do any of the
lead,
fancy lead. I quit when it got to scales. But I plunk around a little bit, and it's fun.
It's
fun. It's a nice break.
In this fast-paced MSP landscape, how do you stay ahead? Introducing MSPinfluencer.com, your ultimate hub for MSP news, insights, and community connection powered by Forza Dash. More than 75,000 MSPs subscribe to our MSP Influencer Pulse weekly newsletter, staying informed and ahead of industry trends. Tune in to emerging podcasts from Joey Pinz and leading MSP voices, offering essential tips, powerful insights, and success stories. Explore our multi-authored blogs, crafted specifically for MSP leaders, delivering fresh perspectives and actionable strategies. Celebrate excellence with the industry-leading Forza Dash MSP Influencer Awards, recognizing innovation, leadership, and impact in the MSP community. Join thousands of MSP professionals who trust MSPinfluencer.com to grow their business and expand their networks. MSPinfluencer.com, where today's MSP leaders connect, collaborate, and conquer, all powered by the Forza Dash platform, helping MSP vendors work effectively with MSPs and helping MSPs grow.
That's about it. And if it has chords, I can play it.
Me too, yeah. My guitars, they kind of sit in a corner, and I walk by it, and I pick it up every once in a while, I kind of strum and put it back.
Yep. You hear a song, you're like, I bet I could.
That's right.
I could figure that out, and then I play it, and then it sits in the corner for a little bit longer. Yeah.
I was at a reception recently, and there's a great guitarist singer, and I always like to talk to them at the break, and I said, yeah, I play guitar a little bit. I think I know 6 or 7 chords or something, and he goes, well, I only know 3.
Oh, see?
Famously, John Lennon said he only knew 3 too, but that's
there's
really...
Look, Green Day's been doing it for decades now, and that's 3 and 4 chords.
Yes, right, and that's it. Those power chords.
That's all you need.
Yeah. It's a wonderful instrument. And your father still plays?
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
He plays. He's a collector. He collects vintage guitars.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
And so, if you move playing guitar, being like an artist, and being a musician, or even part time, over to knitting.
Oh yeah. I mean,
similar.
As far as you absolutely need to keep practicing, there's a lot of just muscle memory involved in that, in both of those things. Playing guitar, figuring out what your fingers need to do to make the chords, but also I'm probably at the same skill level knitting wise. I can do a couple stitches. I can make you a scarf. I could make a baby blanket. Anything that's square or rectangular, I'm good. But yeah, there's a certain level of muscle memory where you just start, oh, okay, I'm making the stitch and I'm doing it again, and now I'm counting, and so there's similarities there.
Yeah. So like any artist, the blank page, do you know what you're going to create before? Or just take it away? I go by patterns. I see.
When I'm knitting. So it's like, oh, I see this scarf and I'm going to knit that. And then I look at the pattern and follow it. Because otherwise it gets bad. Yeah.
How often do you do it?
For me, it's like a winter thing. It's a little cliche, but the weather starts to get cold, and I sit in my living room and with a blanket, and I just knit, and it's cozy and calming.
It is.
And
it seems it.
Yeah, it is.
Nice outlet.
Yeah, very, very much so.
Important to have those because work can tie us down.
Yes, 100%.
And music and knitting is a really great one, it seems.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I play guitar, I play some golf, some things like that. But it's important to have diversity there.
Yeah,
so we're at the big MSSP Alert Live event here outside of D.C. in the Maryland area. Great MGM environment here.
I know.
What are some of your goals this week?
Really, we're just trying to raise the profile of CyberRisk Alliance and our channel brands over here. One of the things I've heard 3 or 4 times is, I didn't even know this show existed.
Yeah.
And wow, I'm so glad that I took the chance and came, because there's a lot of great content. A lot of well-known channel folks, including yourself, are here. And we're just trying to raise awareness and get the channel together, talking about how they can grow their business. And obviously cybersecurity is top of mind for everybody
Sure
all
is.
the time, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, and generally speaking, I'm a former MSP. I kind of
Yeah.
see things through the MSP lens. So why should MSPs look into CyberRisk Alliance? They should pay close attention to see what's available for great resources for them, correct?
Yes. So CyberRisk Alliance, one of our strengths is our ability to cover really anything and everything you want to know or learn about the cybersecurity landscape, from our Security Weekly podcast to MSSP Alert. I mean, we've got enterprise, we've got channel, we've got, when it comes to media types, websites, podcasts, webcasts, live events, anything you want to know about cybersecurity from any angle, you can find here.
When I talk to MSPs, generally the three things that keep them up at night, Sharon, it's been pretty consistent the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
First is cybersecurity.
100%.
If their clients get attacked, they've got to allocate resources, they're going to lose money, they're probably going to be fired, they may even be sued.
Yes.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Second is human capital. How are they going to, keep their techs there if they're going to get new ones? Unemployment in IT in the tech space is like 1%.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
top of mind for them, or second at least. Third is just general growth.
Right.
Private equity has poured in hundreds of millions of dollars. MSPs are selling their business, so they want to be able to learn how to grow. It seems that you can help in all three.
I would certainly like to think so.
Yeah.
That was one of the things I spoke briefly about on my trends panel that I hosted yesterday.
That's right. It was great.
Thanks.
Yes. Certain levity you bring. It's nice.
Oh, I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
try. I'm
Yeah.
always so nervous to do those
Didn't
things.
seem
So
it
it's,
at all.
self-deprecating
Yes,
a little bit.
yeah.
But no, so I think those are absolutely the top three things like that I see as editorial director, and that MSPs and MSSPs are always talking about. And since so many of them are small businesses, it is extra hard to keep that talent. Folks, they want to grow their skills and be able to say, like, I worked at such and such, insert big name company here. Sometimes with SMBs, they're not able to, they don't have the budget to pay folks too. So that is definitely a struggle for them.
Wow.
But I think from that angle, and, in a previous life, I covered talent and hiring and
Did you
culture
really?
and all that stuff. Yeah. So it's near and dear to my heart to talk about that. But, sometimes that smaller business, slower pace, niche is, you just need to find the right people that are looking for the same things that your business can provide. And as far as, private equity growth, exits, that's also something we're seeing. And we are working on trying to figure out how we can get some more coverage around that. Something we're definitely looking into for the future. So
Good.
not going to say much more than that.
Okay. It's exciting.
Yeah.
So how can MSPs, or just small business in general, how can they get a hold and direct their culture before their culture takes its own path?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think you have to define what your values are first, and then you build everything you do as a business, tie it back to a value. So if your value is, I don't know,
Integrity.
great one, integrity, then every decision you make, business decision, personal decision, you have to look at that through that lens of integrity. If I make X decision, does that further my integrity, or does it subtract from my integrity? How does that show up publicly if my business does X instead of Y? What are the repercussions if I do A instead of B? Does that represent me as someone with integrity. That's kind of how I see it. It's, it can be really easy sometimes to take the path of least resistance, but I think focusing on culture and integrity and kindness and community is sometimes that's harder to do, and it may not be as profitable in the short term, but in the long term, that's what customers are going to keep coming back for. So that's my take on it. Maybe I am a naive.
Sounds great.
I know, it does
sound great. Yeah.
If only.
Yeah. What if discipline wasn't about punishment, but about unlocking your best self? I spent 2.5 years writing Discipline for Greatness because discipline changed my life. And I know it can change yours too. This isn't theory. Inside, you'll find real, practical steps you can use immediately to focus better, build stronger habits, reduce stress, accomplish your goals, and bring more balance to your life. Whether you're trying to get healthier, improve your career, or simply feel more control, this book gives you the framework. Start today. Grab your copy of Discipline for Greatness at joeypinz.com/book. Thank you. When I was running my MSP, I was busy working, I would be traveling, and things would happen in the office that I just didn't know about, right? And so, then it would be brought to me eventually, and then we'd have to address it. Yeah, we end up doing our core values, but it's very important because it's subtle.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to, it's one of those, it when you see it. Yeah, it is subtle, but very powerful when it's there. And, I don't know. It's such an intangible. It's hard to.
It is.
It's hard to talk about.
It's hard to run a small business. It's hard to be an MSP. It's so
hard
difficult.
To be, yes. 100%.
Many of them fail, and
something like 50%
in the first year, and then in the 5 years, it's even more. It's very, very difficult.
It is, and I think that goes back to what we were just talking about, because there's that mindset of, I'm going to start this small business, I'm going to go fast and hard and quick, and then I'm going to get bought out and make $1 million and exit, and then, the sky is the limit.
And then there's no more problems.
Right, except, that I think ties back to my point about integrity, because you can certainly take that route. I feel like taking that route, sometimes toes are going to get stepped on. You may make out like a bandit, but you're burning bridges. Yeah. I don't know. That's just my personal
and that's what I
opinion.
Appreciate. Yeah. And retirement can be difficult for many.
Yeah. I think absolutely. No matter what business you're in, MSP, enterprise, corporate, finance, it's difficult.
It is very difficult.
What do you fill your time with?
Yeah, because knitting and playing guitar is nice, but you can't do it all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. It can be difficult.
Yeah.
Sharon, there are so many events.
There are.
Some may say too many. So how does an MSP, how does a business decide which one to go to?
That is a great question. Well, obviously we want everyone to come to MSSP Alert Live, but I think it really comes down to look at the agenda, look at your business goals, what you're trying to achieve, and whether that event can provide education, contacts, networking opportunities that are going to allow you to fulfill those goals. And sometimes you're going to look and say, that really sounds like a great event, but that's not where my business is trying to go right now. So that would be my advice. Yeah. It's really a yes, it's professional, but it's a personal decision to some, especially for SMBs. Yes. So
is it worth their time to leave the office and not be billable and not be with their team to come? It's very it's interesting. There's more events now than there's ever been. You would think, I don't know if anybody would think, but maybe we thought after COVID that people would want to stay in more, but the opposite happened.
100%. I agree.
There's just so many.
Yeah.
Has there been something like 10 years ago, Sharon, that you held on to, you had a strong belief in, that you don't anymore?
That I don't anymore. Oh my goodness. I think this is, how about a nitpicky one?
It doesn't matter. There's no wrong answer.
Okay. I was convinced that there would still be a place for, and I still think there's a place for print magazines, print books, all of that stuff. I was a holdout for, having a physical book or physical magazine in my hand to be able to, and very slowly I have been able to let that go. Now when I see a print magazine or something, it feels a little anachronistic and outdated.
It does.
But there is just something. Every once in a while I'll pick up, a novel or something, and it just feels really good to have that physical presence. But that was a tough one for me to let go of.
Yeah.
That and two periods. Or two spaces, I'm sorry, after a period at the end of a sentence.
Right.
Yeah.
I always did it that way.
That was really,
that
was back in the days.
Now it's just one?
Now it's just one.
Wow.
It was a holdover from typewriters.
Yes,
so
I remember doing that,
I'm aging myself.
I think we're about the same age. I remember even vinyl records now making a comeback, right?
And that's hilarious to me.
That it's coming back, I'm doing a book signing here, and I brought physical books, but we just don't see these touching of the books anymore.
Yeah.
It's very different. Yeah, and magazines, I remember recently talking to my daughters, bringing up magazines. I was like, okay, it's like Instagram, but it's on paper.
Right? Like Instagram. That's not a bad way to put it. Right?
Yeah, but on paper, yeah.
That's great.
We would go to the doctors and we would read magazines.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what it would be,
Yep.
And not the case anymore.
One of the things I especially appreciate about digital publishing today is the ability to fix things, because sometimes, as hard as you try, their errors are introduced. You read the same article over and over again, editing it, and it's just, you spell a guy's name wrong, and you read it so many times it just does not click.
It anymore. Yeah.
And you hit publish, you look at it the next day, and you're like, oh my God.
Wow.
So, the ability to go back in and delete that extra letter or make the fix, and then it updates and it's done.
Real time.
Oh my God,
right.
That's been great.
Books. Yeah.
I
have so much respect for editors. My book, the editors, oh my goodness, they saw things that I just never saw. And how has AI, has it helped or hurt editing?
I think so I use AI in very specific ways. It's great for, I use Grammarly a lot, if you're familiar with Grammarly.
Yes, very much so.
And it's great for punctuation, flagging, misspellings. Did you really want to spell it like that?
Right.
The spaces after the period, it's great at flagging those. You can program it to do AP style.
Right.
And it'll flag those things. As far as meaning, intention, nuance, not so much. I will 100% always advocate for a human being, because sometimes even Grammarly will flag a sentence and, it'll say, this is wrong. Okay, well, that's an idiom. Of course it sounds wrong to you, robot.
Right.
That's,
interesting.
I'm trying to think of one. It may not actually be an idiom, but, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And it'll be like, well, that doesn't sound right.
Fit.
No, that's, it's a human expression, and we still need to have that. But it definitely has its uses. I think it has changed editing and publishing for the better overall.
You
I
think
would
so?
Say. I do. It allows you to do it faster, first of all. And that's, when you're trying to get a breaking story out, that's key.
Sharon, is there a question you wished people asked you more often?
Oh, my goodness. That's a really tough one. No, I can't think of one.
I mean, the editing world is, there's a lot of misnomers about it.
Yeah, I see. I think I wish people would ask. Well, I'm going to flip the script on you. How's this?
Please.
The one I get a lot is what is the point of editing in this kind of world where you can go on Amazon and write your own book and self-publish?
That's right.
And one of the hardest lessons I learned as a writer, and you alluded to this too just now when you're talking about writing your book, that every great writer has an even better editor behind them.
That's right.
Because you can try and get your point across. It's way different talking than writing. But let me tell you, editors come in and we see things that writers maybe don't. You get that blind spot. This creation that you're writing, that you're making, that's your baby. You don't want to, accept that there might be anything flawed or incomplete about it. And an editor is going to be able to come in and just polish it up and make it so much better. And it's really tough for people. It's still tough for me after doing this for 25 years to have someone come in and critique what I'm doing. But that humility and the ability to go, oh, I think you're right. Yeah, I shouldn't have used that word, or the sentence is too long, or wow, I could really chop out this whole section and you're not missing anything. Like, I don't know.
Has there been anything in the last 30 days or so you changed your mind on?
Changed my mind on? Well, I would say, so we just, on a personal level, we just moved house. And we weren't really going to go too crazy with the Christmas decorations. And changed my mind. I said, no, let's go. It's the season. 2025 has been a roller coaster. Let's
Good for
go.
you.
So
Good for you.
I know that's probably a little.
That's great.
I don't know.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no wrong answer there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Started my MSP back in the 90s, Sharon. I was working way too hard and 14, 16-hour days. You're no stranger to that. Yeah.
No.
And putting exercise in the back, not paying
Yeah.
attention to myself. I was in my 20s. So I'm at the doctor. And I know I had gained weight, but she tells me I'm at 340 pounds.
Oh, my God.
So I'd gained all this material. I was a 46-inch waist. I'm a 32 now.
Okay.
And she says, if you don't lose this weight, you're not going to see your daughter graduate. My daughter was just born. Scared the life out of her.
Yeah.
Driving home, punching the steering wheel,
Yeah.
I did this to myself. I can abuse myself all I want, but I've got this family now, Spent the next 6-7 months, lost about 130 pounds and kept it off.
Good for you.
Yeah, and these are temporary changes. These are lifelong changes. So when I tell people this, they always say, what's your secret, what you do? And there's no secret, just discipline, right? Willpower, focus, routine. How does discipline play a role in your life? Oh,
I have a similar...
do you?
I have a similar journey with quitting smoking.
It grabs you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. I started smoking when I was 16 years old.
Wow.
I loved it. And, to be honest, I still love it.
Right.
When my son, who is now 14, he was maybe, 3 years old, said, Mommy, smoke. And that, what you were saying about if it's
children.
Just me, I kind of don't care. But now I have this family and they need me around. Now, I'm not going to say that the very next day I turned around and broke all my cigarettes in half and stomped them with my boot. It took a really long time. I didn't even taper. I would try and quit and fail and try and quit and fail. But the discipline part is I just kept trying.
Wow.
And so... Finally, it was 2019, Halloween night, and my husband was on a business trip, and I said, you know what? I am out of my cigarettes ran out.
Wow.
And I'm not going to get more. My husband is away for a week, and so if I fail, he won't know that I failed. And if I succeed, then he comes back from his business trip, and I can say, guess what?
Wow.
And that was Halloween night 2019. I've not had a cigarette since. Now, vaping,
yes,
that's a whole different story because that was really what kept me from going back to cigarettes.
Interesting.
But starting to taper down on that too.
And is he a smoker?
No. But yeah, so similar, it really is. It's just discipline. It's every day you make the choice to not do the unhealthy,
it's hard,
unproductive, it's hard.
Very hard.
It is. It's very hard. It has gotten a little bit easier, I think, because smoking has become not as widely accepted now. But yeah,
we're in a hotel. Or a casino here. Are you even allowed to smoke in the casino? I don't even know.
You know what? I saw some folks.
There's a smoking designated area.
There's an outside smoking designated area, which I will be avoiding at all costs.
Yes. Want to show your love for discipline, inspiration, and the Joey Pinz podcast? Now's your chance. Introducing the brand new Joey Pinz merch store, where style meets discipline. Choose from premium apparel, cozy hoodies, stylish hats, durable bags, and your new favorite coffee mug, all featuring the iconic Joey Pinz logo. Perfect for podcast fans, discipline enthusiasts, or as unique gifts for friends and family. Every purchase supports the Joey Pinz Discipline Conversations podcast, helping us continue to inspire greatness and promote positive change. Visit joeypinz.com/store today and wear your discipline proudly. Joey Pinz merch. Wear it, share it, and live it. But weird to see a casino that doesn't have. I was in Las Vegas.
I know.
They still allow it. I just took a walk downstairs. I don't know if they allow it here.
I don't think they do.
Yeah, because I didn't smell it. But they've got ways now of really.
They do. They really
pulling
do.
it
It's
away.
Wild.
Yeah.
I think in Vegas, the last time I was there for a show, oddly enough, they have smoking areas now.
That's right.
But it's same thing. Like, how do you keep it in that little area?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I remember as a kid, there was smoking areas on the plane.
Oh, yeah.
How different that
I know.
was. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Restaurants.
Yeah, restaurants. Yeah, so different. Sharon, thank you so much for your time. Anybody watching or listening, how can they get in touch with you?
You can reach me at my CyberRisk Alliance email, and that is Sharon, SHARON, Florentine, F as in Frank, LORENTINE, just like the food.
Yes.
At cyberriskalliance.com.
Very good. And you're on LinkedIn as well.
I am, yes.
Sure.
Same name, different place.
Different place. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. It was great to talk to you.
Great talking with you.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening and or viewing Joey Pinz Discipline Conversations. Please share this episode with one or two of your friends who you think may benefit from the episode. Our website, www.joeypinz.com. There you'll find lots of resources and you could join our mailing list. Please follow us on all our social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Podcast information, the video version of our podcast is on YouTube. Please subscribe. Audio is on all major podcasting platforms. Please follow them. And if you like it, please consider giving 5-star rating. Would really appreciate that. Thank you again for listening or watching Joey Pinz Discipline Conversations.